Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talk Tuesday. And we're going to do a little bit of Wandering Wednesday. There's always so much energy on my side coming in, and I've noticed some things about myself lately. Um, when you really love yourself, not ego love, we're not talking ego love here, people. We're talking as a co-creator in this beautiful world. When you realize you are a co-creator with Source, and that everything we've been told basically is a lie. You start doing your own research and you start looking into different things. I know the Indians had it right with the planetary alignments and stuff. We had 13 months, we had 28-day cycles. The Indian women knew when their cycle for the children and stuff were going to be there because it was the cycle. It was the proper cycle. There's certain cycles, and the men would let the women get ready for that cycle. It was a different world back then, just like when we were young. It was a different world then. And now we're going into an even more different world. This different world, I've noticed there's things that are starting to disappear that sooner or later you won't remember. It was a coming to a remembrance for us, for the soul family, for the reason being here. We started to search for it. We started to look within more, and we realized that we had it all along. We had it. You can go out in this world and you can take the punches with people not believing you and people telling you you've watched too much TV or do. But I know the truth. They don't. They don't know what's coming on. They really don't care what's going to come on. And that's okay. It really is okay. I used to get, you used to want to try to prove your point. Oh, I'm going to prove my point. I'm right. You're wrong. I stopped proving my point a long time ago. There is no point. This is all learning, teaching and learning, teaching and learning. We are all students. We are all teachers. We just got to remember that. You will teach somebody that you came in contact with something. What? Who knows? But it could be that special spark that gets you going. Today is 11/19 of 2024. That is a 20 and it goes down to a 2. It's also tomorrow is 11/20 of 2024. It's a 21, which is a 3, which is a divine message. They're all divine messages. They both go down to a 5, and we know 5 is change. And 5, we are probably going to read it because it is in the Soul Helper Oracle. Now, now that I depuffed everything I wanted to say, there's so much more I want to say. Who knows if I'll remember or not? Sometimes I just channel a different way. Maybe channel, they take me somewhere else. It doesn't even make sense, but 3 days later, it makes sense. A couple of years ago, I had a dream. It was me and my husband, and we were in a foreign country. And I keep saying the Silk Road. For some unknown reason, I've got the Silk Road going on. And we came across a traveler, a foreign traveler. And in my dream, me and my husband were talking, and we just got along with this foreign traveler so well. We exchanged names. And he said, as we were walking away, he said, "My name is Pluto." I said, "Is that a nickname or is that your name?" He says, "That's my name." Well, that was a definite piece to my journey because right now, what I see usually is things that are going to manifest in our reality in the future, whether it's a day, whether it's an hour, whether it's 10 years. When I see something now, I seen some things 2 and 3 years ago, and they're just now manifesting. So when I see things, it's like not until usually a little distant future. The first dreams that I started having of the situation that was going on in the world was the Navy. I kept seeing the Navy in my dreams. And I feel that we don't hear much about the Navy. And I feel that the Navy has a big thing in it. We heard that the ships were used to help the children and this and that. And I believe that because, you know, we don't, like I said, we don't hear much about the Navy. We hear about the Army and the Special Forces and do do do. But this mission was the Navy, and it was definitely for the good of people. So then I had the Pluto dream where we met this guy and he called himself Pluto. Oh no, he said he didn't like his name. I remember that. He said he didn't like his name and that was his nickname. I said, okay. Well, I didn't know what Pluto was going to. Well, today is today. We're leaving Pluto and we're leaving Capricorn. And it says Pluto leaves Capricorn is what we're doing right now. That's today. Today is a big day. Uh, we're going into the age of Aquarius, and today is the first day of the rest of our lives. The last time this happened was 240 years ago, and it brought the French Revolution. It is a time of great healing, mind and body. Glorious days ahead. That's what I had channeled. So we are going to start the reading off with the Soul Helper Oracle because we did get a number 5 in the Soul Helper Oracle. And there were 2 cards that came out. I normally only take one, but you know me, if a second card comes out and it flips up, it wants to be seen, so I will take it. So with the Soul Helper Oracle, we got a number 5, and it is time for a change. Do not wait or put off decisions any longer. No, the time is now to make a change. Morphing into the butterfly, the freedom, the beauty from the caterpillar, the hibernation, the getting ready to emerge. Everything within you is calling out for change, as is your soul. New momentum is in the air and new pathways await. Change occurs through change. Break down any rigid structure that can restrict you and hold you back. Begin with changes that are easy for you, such as cleaning the house or throwing out old things that you no longer need. Ask the hairdresser for a different cut or buy yourself something new to wear. Do something daring, something crazy, something that you have always wanted to do. Then find some like-minded people to share it. Then, yeah, change is more fun if you enjoy it with others who also want to alter something in their lives. Talking about it will give you further impetus and strength. Now is the time, wait no longer. This life is too beautiful to be wasted with avoidance, tactics, and putting things off. Otherwise, it could pass you by unlived. Begin with simple things, and the bigger issues will change by themselves. The key is not to give up. Change something every day, and you will see how wonderful things can happen. You are standing on the threshold of a gate of light. If by embracing change you manage to pass through this gate, it will herald the start of a whole new understanding of yourself. Be ready to face everything you find difficult to change, all the dark habits that are like pitfalls, ready to trip you up on your soul path. You hold in your hand a great opportunity with this card. Free yourself from self-imposed constraints, and you will realize that many things are not what they seem. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animal is the phoenix. The herbal essence oil is pine. Healing crystal is amethyst, and the number is 5. The phoenix always rises from the ashes. Remember that. Number 5 tells you that you have a deep connection with the divine source and that nothing can prevent wisdom from finding its way to you. Your current priorities are fidelity, reliability, and loyalty. Focus on them and concentrate on healing them in both the world outside and your inner world. Number 5 brings protection, giving you the freedom to act more boldly. Its energy field is centering, bringing the strength that always recognizes and recreates itself at the end of a soul path, along with meditation, belief, and insight. we need to do this. We need to go into a meditation mode and we need to start clearing our mind. We don't want to take this junk and hold it in and make ourselves sick because that's what can happen. We also got a number 37, which is a 10, which is a 1. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Where was I? We're on number 37, and it's a message is trying to reach you. Be vigilant. The world wishes to find and touch you. That is interesting because what did we have on the change, the 5? We had the butterfly, okay? But the spirit animal was the phoenix. And I said phoenix rise. Phoenix rises from the ashes, okay? And then you got her looking back. Air, fly, butterfly, the bird. But this bird is another animal spirit. So this one is the raven. So that was pretty interesting the way this turned out, okay? Get in touch with your feelings and emotions. A message from the spirit world is trying to find its way to you. You are much too busy with worldly things and with yourself just now. This distract and preoccupy you so much that you are failing to take notice of the messages. Cleanse yourself, let go of your fears for the future, and give expression to your desires and dreams. Perhaps by writing them down, portraying them in a picture or a collage, or telling your friends about them. Feel free to use modern technology such as social media. If you like being vigilant and prepared, have an open and receptive heart, since this is where you will receive the message. It will flow like a golden light to the center of your heart, into the sacred space of truth, of your truth. Leave your worldly troubles behind so that the Great Spirit can touch you. The message will be about fulfillment and truth. It will be a portent of victory. Your helpers for the next 21 days, and a 21 is the 3. So this is a divine message for everybody. The power animal is the raven above her. Herbal essence oil is lemon. Healing crystal is magnetite, and the number is 1. You know, interesting about it was the phoenix on the 5, and it was the pine essential oil, and it was the healing was amethyst. This was lemon and magnetite. And the 1 with the raven. So phoenix and ravens, that is a very big message coming through to us. Someone needs to hear this. Someone is too busy. Is time and days getting so chaotic that they're getting manipulated and you don't really pay attention to it anymore? I don't. Unless I have an appointment, I don't. So this is telling you to be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. So we need to be vigilant. And this is a 10, a 1. Go figure. Yeah, it's a 37, which is a 1. Get in touch with your feelings and emotions. A message from the spirit world is trying to find its way to you. You are much too busy with worldly things and with yourself just now. They distract and preoccupy. This is trying to tell you something. This is trying to tell you that cleanse yourself and let go of your fears for the future and give expression to your desired dreams. You know, we can go and, like right now, with people I know, they're We're changing the direction of the story of their life. And we are helping them do it when they lose their memory, like Alzheimer's or dementia or something. We've seen people rewrite the stories of the bad and turn it into good. And I think that you should just go with, because you can't change that. They're gone. You can't change the message. But if that person could look at that other person as beautiful, even though they didn't see that part of them, uh, I think that's all that matters. So we've got a lot of air going on with these butterflies and the phoenix and the raven, and we need to be open and listen. Listen, listen, hear, hear. We also are not going to read those. We are going to go into the deep right here. We got, I am going to read the Starseed Oracle though, because this is hot when I picked it up. So it is telling me to read this card first, because I only did what we only got one card that wanted to show itself. I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. And this spirit is looking in a pool of water, and water is reflection on something. It is looking into something. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life living right now. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life, we live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads at a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path for you or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender it to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his life or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. What are you being called to do? Surrender to your soul's plan. And I remember is page 77, which is a master number. And the I remember starts on a number 76. Which is a 13. This is what I keep hearing. Remember Peter Pan. Peter Pan, remember, he went out in the world and he stopped remembering. He stopped using his inner child. He stopped using his compassion. He just went for the masculine. I have to make money and make a lot of money. And nothing else matters in my world. And so, source and your spirits have been trying to, in the reflection, get a hold of you, but you're too busy. You're looking here. Let's do this. You're looking back. You're trying to remember the birds trying to give you a message. And you know it's time for change because you're butterfly, forget me nots. And All these cards like tell a story. Felt, if you tell the story, I just felt like I needed change. And I didn't want to wait or put off the decisions any longer. I know a message is trying to reach me. Be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. But I'm in a hurry. I can't wait for that. I have no idea what's going to happen with that if I wait. But remember, Peter, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Looking back, reflecting, I liked the way these cards came out today. It was kind of like a story. Like we're going back through time and we're seeing things and we're feeling things and we're looking at things. Why didn't we change it? Why didn't we do that? Why did we go for that? And we're trying to ask ourselves questions, but guess what? You can't go back and change it. So let's start with the now storyline and work from there. Now, I decided to, well, I didn't decide. Creator decided that we were going to pull some from the Dreams of Gaia, some from the Oceanic Tarot, some from the Enchanted Map Oracle, and some from the Wild Reflections right now. Because this is a storyline for basically everybody. Just write your story and see where it comes out at. Get a piece of paper and a pen, do some meditation, start channeling. We got a number 14, which is a 5, and it's self. Self is so important, people. Self is really, really important right now. It's important to establish a unique and individual identity for yourself. Be free of definitions and labels. You have unlimited potential. How has your past shaped you? Identity is fluid and changing. Who are you is for you to determine. Are you trying to fit with the wrong crowd? Know who you are. Who do you wish to become? A path of loving expansion. Let go of the herd mentality and think for yourself. We really, I've had people that are getting snarky. You don't know this. You've been watching too much TV. You don't know everything. Keep, keep. And to me, I don't even want to argue with it anymore. And I'm just not gonna respond. It's okay for them to have that opinion. I know where I'm going. I know how I'm doing it, and I know where I need to be. So it doesn't really matter what they say. It doesn't matter what anybody says. We should all feel that way because once we get that beautiful golden spark and the energy flowing through the chi, and now I know why you're supposed to do this. This is bringing the energy. You can feel the warmth on my fingers already. It brings the energy in. And when you close your eyes, it brings you to centeredness. And it's amazing when you rub those. We have pressure points everywhere on our hands, on our face, everywhere. Every part of our body has a pressure point, and hands and fingers are no different. So when we start, this was a hint right here. Time for change. She knows she needs change. She's too busy. She's looking back, but she is remembering. So now we're going to take it a step further. And now that we're going to start to remember things and open up to things, we're going to work on self. Because self is very, 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 very important. Self is at the highest level because you are the only one that can change self. It is not Einstein theory. When you tell people, go work on yourself, go do yourself, they don't get that. They want to do you because they think they're perfect with themselves and they think they know everything that you don't. Be careful with people like that. They are ego driven, they are know-it-alls, and they really don't know nothing at all. Maybe in your opinion. Okay, so let's just go with that. Now, on the 14, the self, we did get the Six of Pentacles. Got to make sure, yeah, it's this one. And, that's generosity. It's a clarifier for this. And I feel that with the white doves, the feathers, that is your angels that are all over you, above source, above the crown. And they're saying, be generous with yourself. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be just looking back. Be you. You've received a gift, which may be money or another token of love, friendship, or support. This is a feel good money. If you're the recipient and will be genuinely grateful, equally, you may be the one donating time, effort, or money. Receive any gift with thanks and grace, and if you are giving to others, enjoy it. Giving is its own reward. This is balance, help, compassion, humility, protection. This is all of that when you're working with self. So you do have the protection around you as you are working with self. Now we're going to go to the number 36, and it is commitment. This is what you have to be committed to, self, right now. And be generous with yourself. It's time. A true commitment is a responsibility of the heart, mind, body, and soul. This is a good time to make one. Partnership formed at this time are harmonious and powerful. The commitment card also indicates the natural evolution of a relationship from its inception to a literal and metaphorical marriage. At the very least, there is a promise of fulfillment in some form. However, you must be conscious of what you're committing to. Be clear about the nature of your commitment and your responsibility to it. Others are more willing to enter into partnerships at this time. Remember that your partnership with spirit and the highest version of your own self will engage the highest self in another. So when you start working on self, you become very generous and loving. But you got to be committed. You got to have the commitment there to work on self. They really fall into place. It was interesting how I just used my hands and they're using their hands with the star. They're feeling the energy. Now we've got the Page of Wands. And this is still self. This is still this self. Be generous with self. Be committed. These are all clarifiers for self. Now this is the last clarifier for all these cards with self. Curious, witty, chatty, communicative, inspired, vigilant, alert, mental agility. That other one said vigilant. The Page of Swords represents wait a minute. Oh, Page of Wands. I thought I had the wrong one. I'm sorry. Page of Wands. Yeah. Page. Okay, now I know what's going on. it's in the wrong place. I'm wondering why I'm getting swords, and it's like, really? Okay, now we got it. The Page of Wands, and look at him with his axe. He's out there working, cutting firewood. Look at the magic coming out at him. He is beautiful, grounded. This is adventure, excitement, fresh ideas, cheerfulness, energetic, fearless, extroverted. The Page of Wands represents sparks of creativity, inspiration, and energy. The asker may be experiencing the excitement of new ideas, big goals, and an eagerness to achieve their dreams. Soon you will receive good news or have new opportunities. The spiral of competition is in the air. Now is the best time to successfully start a new project. Yeah, there is some interesting stuff going on here with the self card, the commitment, the generosity, the page. That was a good message for everybody, seriously. Um, we'll put them in order. Okay, yeah. I like how this is going already. Now we've got a number 20, and it's desire. And basically, all of those said the same thing. These are all, what is your desire? What do you desire most? How much do you want it? Desire compels action. Make another attempt. Great expectations, great disappointments. Ground your desires in reality. What you desire will have a price. Wishful thinking. Has your desire waned or changed? Let your conscience be your guide. To desire something at the expense of another, selfishness, desire mirror a lack within. Okay, this is telling you to work on self, the first one, which is kind of like, I consider them kind of like the past and the now a little bit, but the desire is in the now. What do you desire? Or long for something. But you got to remember with the desire, are you using it for self? Are you using it for others? Are you using it for self and others? I mean, we have to work on self, but we can't be ignorant to people that are going through a lot of stuff. Uh, we can't let our desires interfere with someone else's. So, in my opinion, I kind of keep my desires to myself. Um, why should I want to tell anybody my desires? It's none of anybody's business. There's some things in your world, in your mind, that you may desire, and that's like the raven. That's that's and I gotta go back to this. This is the courage. This is the third eye. This is the all-seeing eye. This is the ram and the raven and the lotus flower. See, it's he's thinking of his desires and he's manifesting things. But is it to help the world or is it just uh nothing really important, just a desire? Like I want a beautiful boat, I want a beautiful boat. Okay, yeah, you could want a beautiful boat, but wouldn't it be nicer to say, I want the med beds, or I want my family to be happy and loved and feel safe? We look at the external world for desire, like I want a boat, a car, I desire everything. But desire should be the desire to live and breathe and be beautiful and work together and commune and talk about things you're interested in. Right now, what we just came out of and what we're going into, we're not gonna be silenced like we do now. People silence you. They don't want to hear you. They don't believe you. This 3D plane of existence is very tough to live on. So we got the desire. We all know what desire is. And what I was interesting about that is we got the number 13, which is a 4, and we got transformation, the death card. This is transformation. This is remembering. Once you start remembering who you were, your desire, your fulfillment of your plan will take action and it'll work for the good of all, not just self. Got to work on self to get self under control. And as I always say about the death card, allow that what will be rather than resist the change that needs to happen. Embrace it. Rebirth, endings, change, beginnings, release, relief, and conclusions. We have to start loving ourselves and then love everyone as yourself. Until you know how to love yourself, you can't love everybody else. You can't even love anybody because you don't love yourself. Yourself should come first. And so many people are saying that's an ego love. No, it's not an ego love. It's an ego love if you're looking in the mirror going, I love myself, but it's not if you're trying to correct yourself and just be that beautiful, radiant, unique being that we always were supposed to be. But as an individual, we want to follow like Simon Says. I don't care what Simon says. Simon don't have nothing to say to me. He's good. So we have the desire, but we have the transformation too, to change, to remember, to stop for a minute and listen. These have been a really good cards for today. I was really happy with the way these cards came out. Now on the transformation, the desire, we went to the Enchanted Map Oracle and we got a 9, Storm Fields, which doesn't surprise me because we just got death and transformation and desires. And there's always kind of storms when people want to tell people their desires and how they've changed and people don't want to hear it and they want change. An uncomfortable chaos is surrounding you. Things that you've left unattended may be the cause of some conflict. Pent up energy needs release, just as a storm in nature must break. For these events occur when the electricity between opposing forces stir things up and create temporary disorder. Not all storms are destructive, rather, they serve nature by bringing rain to the ground and wind to the trees, enabling seed to be widely distributed and continuous growth to be ensured. Just remember that whatever is being stirred up inside you or between you and another will benefit you later. The sun will shine again and new growth will be observed. Don't be afraid to shake things up a little. Yeah, when you start to think of your desires and work on self, you got to transform. You have to kind of let the storm pass for a cleanup. Because we also got the Ace of Wands with that. And that was the reflections, wild reflections. There it is. Okay. Now this is what's interesting about this. We've got the desire card here, working on desires, but not all me, just beautiful desires of everybody. And we got the transformation, the death. And in order to get the proper desires, we have to basically go to death with our ego and our intuition and everything we've ever learned. And we've got to re-listen and recreate. And we've got a storm field because that transformation is going to cause chaos because people might not agree with your transformation. But we got the Ace of Wands here, and we've got two hummingbirds, blue and pink, and the flowers and hands together, and it's just a beautiful card. It's an Ace of Wands, inspiration, creative spark. We keep getting that spark card too in the Enchanted Map Oracle, and that was an interesting card. New intuitive, new passion, enthusiasm, energy. Wands symbolize creativity, and the Ace of Wands is the boldest among the card in the suit. It bravely helps you find your own voice and creates a space where you can develop your own vision. When you draw the Ace of Wands, it indicates that you should just go for it. Take the chance and pursue an idea that you have in mind. I couldn't agree more. We've got to trust the plan, Stan. We have to trust ourselves. If you stay in the craziness that you have built around yourself, uh, it isn't going to be good. I got to find this page that just fell out because we have an interesting card coming up. And how is that? That's weird. Okay, there it is. See, that's messed up. The card says 17. The book says 18. So there was a mistake. Okay, but we're not there yet. Okay, now, so we've taken care of self, okay? And we've got some things coming up with we're going to transform our desires, storm fields, and then the Ace of Wands, which is beauty. It's not going to last long. Transformations are always the roughest when you first go in, but then they kind of ride back. So we got the Six of Earth. And I really like this card because this card, if you look at it, he is working. He has his lunch. He has his tools. One right here and one here. Right here. He's chained. And they used to use these things to carry stuff when they worked. But he has the key. He is the family, community, the providence, the protection, dependent dependent on responsibilities, duties, service, self-sacrifice. This is like a matriarch, male, female, whatever. The Six of Earth reminds us of our relationships and the duty to our family, especially the younger members. It asks us to be selfless and in service to those who are in need or dependent on us for love. So this was interesting. This said time for change. A message is trying to come. Remember, remember. And then we got this, the desire after working on self, the generosity, service to others, the commitment, and Page of Wands. Then we got this one. Yeah, that was desire. Okay, that was commitment. But look at these beautiful pictures that ended that. So it is all good. The ending is good. It's getting there. It's working. It's figuring out who does what the best. It's kind of like being on Survivor. Say you got 6 people there. One says, I can cook. Boom. One says, I can build fire. Boom. One says, I can be gatherer. Boom. One says, I can keep the peace. I can help everybody. I'm compassionate. So everybody has their place. And that's what this is, because we get the desire, we get the Ace of Wands, we get the commitment, and now we have the hard work. But he's not going to free himself. All of us have a duty to care to both family and the environment. While the Six of Earth represents responsibilities and duties of care overall, it can also signify that there is a matter that needs to be taken care of in the present. If this is the cause, do not forget, do not delay. So he's taking care of business. Everything's been working on you, been service to others, change, transformation. Remember, it's all pointing to it, all of it. So now with the Six of Earth, we got a Ten of Wands. And that's responsibility. See, out of all this going on, now we have responsibility. We have to have someone with responsibility. We should all basically have responsibility in our world, but some people don't. Some people don't have any responsibility. And that's okay. If that's what they want, it's okay. Because we have the Ten of Wands, and it says, set some boundaries to reduce the stress. You may need to say no to certain people. There's a lot of burdens people can put on others. And that is what that is trying to tell us. And we got the map oracle out of that one. And we got a number 17, Ghost Lands. You can learn from the past and imagine a beautiful future, but you must live in the here and now. Whenever you set your sights too far ahead, you run the risk of losing your footing, for rarely do the present and future match up exactly on the enchanted map. That is your life story. The future has no substance right now. It is a place that has no grounding as of yet. You can live there, yet you can take measured steps toward a goal or dreams. These steps are important now. The same goes for nostalgia. You can look into the past wistfully, and remember beautiful moments or revisit lessons learned. However, you can't live there, nor can you go back and change what was. Yesterday is gone forever. Live fully in the present. The now is the most powerful place. To put your attention, its magic reaches out in every direction, further than the heart and soul can see. So now we are reaching out. We are in ghost land, and we're basically trying to wake up. And face the responsibilities that are coming with everything. With that, we got the Ten of Wands. And there he is. Legacy, roots, family, ancestors, inheritance, windfall, foundations, privilege, stability, tradition. The Ten of Pentacles represents legacy, accomplishments, and financial abundance. The asker has reached a pinnacle in their journey, recently completing on important career or life milestone through hard work. This card is also about family ties and cultivating deep bonds. It serves as a reminder to spend time with your loved ones and build memories. Additionally, this card is a positive omen if the asker is hoping to grow their family. Yeah, that was really interesting how that reading went. It went from the responsibility of work and support to responsibility to Ghostland and to love of the family. So this has been a really good direction that these cards are telling the story of. Now that, oh no, we do have one more. Okay, I thought we did. Yeah. We've got the 13 for the union. Unity and wholeness. Harmony arises when we are in alignment. You have unlimited potential, a path that marries silence and spirituality. Duality creates separation, the marriage of body, mind, and soul. All is connected. Complete self-acceptance. Do not dominate or be submissive. At the center is the void. You are a temple. Worship within, fear and need, cornerstones of dependency. The union card symbolizes unity and wholeness. It represents our relationship with ourself and our relationship with the world around us. It represents the harmony that arises when we are in alignment within and with both the seen and unseen worlds around us. To achieve this centered state is our fifth reason for being. Who am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Self-inquiry puts your feet upon the path of wholeness. It is part of our life quest, and only in asking questions and seeking answers do we become whole. It is a journey that manifests in self-discovery. We come into the world innocent and pure, while in the womb our soul is still as one with the source of all, the void, the cosmic womb, from which all came to be and all will return. Our soul remembers that connections, the soul remembers its unlimited potential. It remembers that it is whole and divine. This knowledge and all that we experience before taking our first breath in this life resides within our unconscious mind, where it could motivate and guide us if it were not for the fact that from birth we experience a life that is conflicting in every way. Too many of those who follow the scientific path, a belief in God, is a sign of mental illness and dysfunction. Too many of those who follow a religious path, non-believers, follow a path that leads to damnation and eternal suffering. Who is right and who is wrong? The answer is that both tribes are but aspects of a greater whole. Only in embracing both science and spirituality do we find the answers to the larger questions. Spirituality and science that embrace spirituality and the divine offer far greater opportunities to explore and understanding the universe and all that dwells within than either standing on its own. Each can and does enhance and expand our perception of the other. That, I love that, because this is the union, the all there is, there all there ever was. This is where we are now. We are becoming a union. We're joining. We're finding one another, but we're working on self too. And that is really important. So with that, we got reflection. And remember, that one had a pool in it. And I said, remember, I said she had a pool of water and she was reflecting in it. Reflection. And that's with union. This is clarifying union. The Six of Wands. This is your time to shine, so don't hold back. You deserve every success. Victory, education, awards, love, proposal, promotion, strength, ceremony. Yeah. Once you become union and you unite with your creator, your past, your people, things start to get different. It starts to open up because we're reflecting on it. And we got a number 8, come together. I love that. That is two beautiful, graceful giraffes loving each other, coming together. Love needs to be shared. Love needs to be expressed. Drawing the come together card is a sign that you're on the path to discover the nature of this emotion in all its forms of expression: romantic, familiar, unconditional, spiritual. In each instance, there is another being involved. Love involves a give and take between you and a significant other, a relative, a friend, an animal, or a spirit. This card assures you that love has come calling and seeks a partner in its dance. Now that you are cherished like a magnet, you're attracting love into your life. This is the time for harmonious, caring partnerships. Union, reflection. Love this. This basically has told us everything we needed to know. Now let's see where the clarifier is. The clarifier and come together is the moon. And they got the number wrong. It is not 17. It is 18 in the book. So, yeah, they both sound good. Illusion, intuition, uncertainty, confusion, complexity, secrets, unconscious. You need to be aware of the situation that are causing fear and anxiety in your mind. Whether it is the present or future, the moon card alerts you not to allow inner disturbance and self-deception to get the best of you. Don't talk your way out of it. Don't let anybody make you feel like you aren't important and you didn't have, things going on with you, because you did. We all have a calling. We all have, and it's a unique path. Seems like we're all together, and we are, but there's still just a unique path. Now, for some unknown reason, cards still wanted to come out, and I decided not to put them in kind of with that, but this is kind of like a clarifier of it all, the way they kept coming out. And I want to look at the pictures more than the descriptions, okay? The first one was a 0, the Fool. Its beginnings: freedom, innocent, originality, adventure, idealism, spontaneously. To encounter the Fool in a reading can also be interpreted as a summons to the adventurous and daring aspect of your own personality. He instills bravery because he recognizes that every day is an opportunity to explore uncharted territories in your life. Okay, I'm going to leave that out. Now, the next card that came out with that was the King of Swords. Look at the bird. Is that the phoenix or is that the raven? Reason, authority, discipline, integrity, morality, serious, high standards, strict. The King of Swords also tells us not to be too rigid or make decisions based on assumptions. Inform yourself as much as possible before jumping to any conclusion. Now we're going to just let that card ride there for a minute. Okay, got a couple more cards. Now we got the King of Pentacles after the King of Swords. He's sailing. He's the captain of his ship. Abundance, prosperity, security, ambition, safe, kind, particular, protective, businessman, provider, sensual, reliable. Your patience, honesty, kindness, and loyalty will be rewarded. You can get Sound financial advice, particularly actions and consciousness. Be, behave, behavior will lead to your success. So now I'm going to put that card right there. Okay. Now we got the Eight of Pentacles. This guy's watering his flowers. Skill, talent, craftsmanship, quality, high standards, expertise, mastery, commitment, dedication, accomplishment. The Eight of Pentacles reminds the asker that they are more than capable of building a career that is both emotional and financially satisfying. This card is a positive sign to follow through with their goals. Okay, I'm going to set that card here. Now, this card was on the floor like this. So I had to take it. And this is the Three of Cups. That's our Trinity. You know, the Three of Cups is our Trinity. I didn't keep this in the book. I kept it out because I wanted to remember what it was about when it came out. So I'm going to find the page and I'm going to read it. This was the last card of this whole scenario right here, the three. Friendship, community, gathering, celebration, group events, social events. The Three of Cups is a positive card that represents celebration, joy, festival. The querent may have an up-and-coming celebration, whether it be a birthday, milestone event, or a party. In career matters, the Three of Cups indicates that the querent's hobbies may become more important than their main profession. In addition, the card portends the appearance in their life of a person who can become a reliable friend or lover, and engagement is also possible. Okay, now I'm going to put that there. So we get a story that just folded out. We have this whole story in front of us. Okay, we went over the remember, the moon, the illusion, the ghost land, the togetherness. We all know we're working on self. Now, look at this picture. This was the first one I pulled out. She's just dancing. She's waving. She's got magic all around her and animal friends, and she's grounding to the earth. She's just loving life right now. She's working on self. Now she's being responsible. She's enjoying herself because she discovered herself, her beautiful self. But now we have the warrior in her or him coming out with the bird, the phoenix or the raven. It looks like a raven. And he's the hunter. He's the protection. She's the dance. Life's a dance. Learn how to go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. This is her feminine. This is their feminine and masculine. They know when to dance and enjoy, and they know when to protect. Now we've got protection. So now we're going to take an adventure. We're all three going to take an adventure. She's going to bring the beauty, the compassion, and the dance, and the love, and the fun. He's going to be the protection, the warrior, and he's going to be the captain of the ship. And guess what? He's going to take care of all the beautiful plants and magic on the ship. He's going to tend to the garden. Now we got this card that popped out at the end that was on the floor. This is the Three of Cups. They're celebrating. She started dancing in the beginning. She got the protection, be vigilant. She got the captain of the ship. She got the one that's going to take care of the ship. And they're all going to celebrate when they get there. So it was really neat how those cards came just out. I just got things flying on the floor today. Holy Toledo. Mercy me. Okay, now we got just a couple more. This is a really informative reading, even for me. I'm going to read the Messenger Oracle because this one came out and only came with two cards. But what I thought was interesting is reveal the truth. It's time to take the mask off, people. We've been wearing a mask too long trying to fit in. We don't fit in, we're unique. We fit into our little show, our little pyramid, but we don't fit into everybody's little pyramid. You don't want to try. When you were born, your soul shone bright. As you grew, you were taught of right and wrong. You were taught how to think, how to live, how to believe in a way that makes you fearful to say no, to disagree, is to risk alienation from family and society. And so you hide your true thoughts and feelings behind a mask. That mask hides your light. Cast it aside, embrace and live your truth, and let your soul shine once more. She's got to come out. She's beautiful, and she will come out. Because guess what? Have courage. There are times when you feel small, afraid, and alone in this world. But you are not alone. You are watched over and cherished by Gaia and Great Spirit. Know that you have within you the strength to overcome all obstacles placed in your path, no matter how daunting or large they may seem. Have courage. Now is the time to trust in yourself and have confidence that you will overcome all. Okay, we got a couple more. Okay, we've got a couple more cards, folks. I know I've taken a long time with this reading, but it came out like a story. So you know what? Let's start writing our story. We are unique, so you're unique. It's time to leave the old behind. Rebirth. Shedding the crystallize, taking risk. She is beautiful. This is the magical spirit oracle. Look at everything flowing around her. Butterfly on her shoulder. She does kind of look like she doesn't want to leave. It's a 13, which is 4 too. We had a lot of fours, 4, 4, 4. It looks like she doesn't want to leave the old. And there's a lot of people that are kicking and screaming. They don't want to leave the old. But we have to leave the old behind. We have to learn from it, bury the bad, and enjoy the good. Shed the crystals, taking risks, the unknown. I release all that doesn't serve me. I embrace the new. Your soul is calling for a rebirth of some kind in some aspect of your life or being. The bones of your past and of who you once were are meant to be shed, left behind, honored, and praised as the sacred things that brought you this far. Bless them, but then you must leave them far behind in that lonely desert of transformation so they can be one with all the other lost and dying things which serve the world as nourishment. And in time, even as seeds have little remorse, it's okay to grieve the letting go, but don't foster guilt for things undone. Rather hold a wide openness and fierce curiosity for all that is to come within the new space inside you. As unfamiliar as it may feel, it is the next step to getting there. There is there is so much more room within you now. Can you feel it? It's tingling and sparkling with tiny new flames of warmth and sunshine. For all the new things to grow, to blossom, to take you over with passion and renewed inspiration for the possibilities of the unknown. Do not fear it. The chrysalis is just a temporary phase of the unknown that is potent for magic. You don't have to walk around with the heaviness of those bones anymore. Let them go, leave them behind, dissolve yourself, be open to transformation. We cannot always stay the same. We must evolve. There are so many things that want to grow within you and around you. Let them grow. The unknown holds great transformation and possibility for you. Trust it, it's time. Ask Spirit for bravery and guidance it takes to fully navigate and surrender to your rebirth. This is how we can get the ultimate potential of it, to let it be what it's meant to be, however that process may look, or however long it may take. Physically, you will need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, with making new and different choices, with thinking and being in new ways, with living in unfamiliar territories, with taking risks. Those old ways are no longer serving you. Lead more with your soul and less with your ego. That was perfect. Because ego can really, a bad ego can really stunt your growth. Baby steps. Baby steps out of that one. Okay. And, we did get a lot of fours. So I would look up the angel number 4. And we got a 39, which is a 12, which is a 3. And this is an amazing card. It's crystalline, light body, build your crystalline Merkaba. How beautiful they are. Let's see, there's butterflies, hummingbirds, crystals, bubbles, source, the lotus flower. That is a beautiful card. In the golden future, humans will transform from a third-dimensional carbon-based form into a fifth-dimensional crystalline-based one. The metamorphosis will take place at a cellular level. It will happen as the body holds a higher watt of light, containing love, knowledge, and wisdom. This is the journey to ascension. Your spirit travels in a light body known as a Merkaba. This may consist of 2 interlocking pyramids, one facing down and the other up. But as you become fifth dimensional and carry more divine feminine energy, your Merkaba becomes spherical. This orb is your crystalline light body. It surrounds your physical body and reflects it. To take in more light, eat lighter food, drink pure water, connect to nature, and take appropriate exercises. Watch your thoughts, words, and actions and ensure they are positive. Meditate and practice ascension exercises. In the new golden age, everyone will inhabit their spherical, crystalline light body. Each time you relax deeply, you can take in more light. So consciously surrender and imagine yourself in your spherical, crystalline light body. Your guidance is to make the changes you need to develop this light body. Look after your physical vehicle. Carefully watch what you do, say, and think. Spend more time contemplating and out in nature. All these things affect you at a cellular level and influence the quality of energy you emit. Ask Archangel Mariel, the magenta angel, in charge of your soul star chakra, to support your ascension at a spiritual level, and he will illuminate and anchor your higher light body. Take the time to visualize your Merkaba. It is a shimmering orb surrounding you. Then consciously make it bigger and radiate it out so that it touches people everywhere and activates their consciousness, their ascension too. Wow, that is really interesting how the last one, when it said the people too raise their consciousness, and I said fours, we got 44, group consciousness, embrace oneness. That was the last card. In the golden future, we will understand oneness as they did in Lemuria. The beings of that golden age had a group consciousness. They were all tuned in to one another and acted for the highest good of all. Migrating birds move as one, and they learned this in Lemuria. It is a very advanced state of being, and while will be possible for all when the navel chakras of humanity are fully awakened. When the population lives as one, unimaginable blessings occur. As an individual, you feel totally supported and experience pure happiness and joy. You are in the flow of the universe and can powerfully create with others for the benefit of the whole world. Then advanced spiritual technology beyond anything that was developed in the golden era of Atlantis will be downloaded to our world. When we live in oneness, life becomes the most wonderful and beautiful experience for everyone. Receiving this card suggests it is time to embrace oneness in your daily life. To do this, develop your navel chakra, where community, love, and togetherness are held. Practice tuning in to the auric fields and feelings of others. Then visualize your glorious magenta soul star chakra opening and expanding like a magnificent flower so that you attune to all at a soul level. Practice connecting with others to take decisions for everyone's benefit. Master Marco, a high priest in Atlantis, represented the highest galactic federation in the solar system, the capital of which is on Saturn. This is overseen by the Council of Nine, an advanced group consciousness that is the ultimate example of oneness. Here, Master Marco holds the technology information of all the universe within a vast, unbelievable, high-frequency quartz crystal skull. Send a ray of light from your soul star to Master Marco's crystal skull and prepare to accept downloads of cosmic information that will illuminate your journey. That was a great ending. I loved that reading today for us. I know it was kind of long and I didn't even use all my cards, but we all ask what our creator is. None of us can vision it. They say he's a man, they say it's this, they say it's that, but I feel that it's a solid state of unconditional love. We are more in our creator's images. So we have to stay and feel that we are in the creator's image to create. Okay, now I hope everyone has a really nice day and keep this thought, keep this little journey. It was interesting. I could write a book with those, that description. All right. I love everybody. May every step in your journey be magical. You know what? Just be you.